All right, good morning, everybody. All right, let's take a look here. So we have ICCM here. It's running pretty good. It looks like it's basically consolidated back down to the baseline at the 200 EMA. We saw this open up around $1. Seems to have ran all the way up to 275, and we're back down to about $1.39. So that's not too bad, I guess. We've got Spro here. We know Spro didn't really do a whole lot yesterday. It does look like it's picked up quite a bit today. Yeah, it's looking better today, that's for sure. We've got lows here of $1.93 to highs here of 224, so the range is okay on it. It looks like it's been basically range trading all morning. We've got Hootie. Lows on Hootie of $15, highs on Hootie of $21. Now, this is a stock we need to kind of watch carefully. There's a lot of things that could happen with this. We did see this up at like, what, $180 a couple days ago, so we could see it continue to drop. We probably have a load of bag holders waiting to average in now, so we do have to be kind of careful about that. Market's going to open here, so we're just going to run through this quickly. Food's not looking too bad. ESSC is not looking too bad. TSHA is okay. OCUP, big drop, so it might be worth playing. And we have Ride, which is actually looking pretty good here and continuing to run. So we're probably going to be watching Ride here pretty closely and Hootie. ICCM maybe can have a run here. I do think that ICCM is going to be something I want to play on right now since we know this has had a fairly baseline area. So probably $1.40-ish, I'd say. You might be getting closer to $1.43 on your entry. I would like to hit $1.65 ultimately on this with a dollar. I'll give it $1.35, which is 5 cents, so it's quite a bit of room here. So you're looking at about 5 cents for a stop. So if we can hit $1, maybe $1.43, you're probably looking to move your stop up a little bit here. Ride with a huge jump in price. I don't know if this is going to hold, but I do want to try it. So I want to try to jump in on Ride here, probably about 230. Yeah, 230 looks fairly safe. I'm going to go for about 250 with a 220. I'll give it a 224 stop. That gives it 6 cents. That's basically where it should be. You know what? Let's give it 222. We're already at 229 here, so you can probably get in even lower than 230. I'm just going to put this at 228 because that's where we are right now. 222, 228. All right, so that kind of makes sense. 222 is all the way down here, so we do have quite a bit of room. That puts us below VWAP. Even if we saw a nasty drop, I think we might be okay on this. ICM looking good. We did see a drop back down to about $1.44. It's starting to move back up a little bit here. I don't know how great the range on the stock is going to be. That's what I'm kind of worried about, but you know what? We'll play it and we'll see how it goes. It looks like it's got a decent range going from about $1.38 to a high here of 151. So hopefully that continues. ICCM, and we've got Ride. So I'm going to be taking my entry on Ride somewhere around here. Going to be jumping in. Had too many things going here at once. I did not leave myself enough time today. Well, I did. I just didn't. Right at the right second, I didn't. So we're seeing that nasty drop here. I'm going to go ahead and jump in ICCM. So that is going to be 130, about 137 entry, something like that. So 137, we're going to be moving this down to 132, 5 cents. We're hoping this holds on that 200. If it does not, we might be in trouble here. Ride looks like it's holding, got 226. So, you know, at 226, we could probably move this down to 220 if we want to. ICCM, massive drop, almost stopping us out. Okay, so we're going to be stopping out at ICCM here. That is a 132 stop. So ICCM's looking pretty dead right now. Ride could do the same. Hootie, nice range here, going from 1760 to 1880. So this is ranging quite a bit. We are right on that 200. If we look at the 5 minute, though, I'm sure that 200 is nowhere to be found. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, way up there. Okay, so we're not going to be able to use the 200 on this, which is the crazy part. I'm not really sure if we'll hold here on the 5 minute 200, but on the 1 minute 200, it's looking like this is probably a proper bounce here at 1770. We could try it. I feel like that could really go either way. Spro's not looking too bad. Two's not really doing much of anything other than heading down. ESSC is not doing anything. We'll close that down. TSHA not really doing much, and O Cup also, you know what, not really doing much either. So Ride's looking okay here. We're seeing 232. If we got in 226, you know what, 232 is not a bad place to take a little bit of profit, so you could take some there. You're probably looking at 236 after that, just to get a little bits at a time here. Then probably 240, just to kind of take some profits. 245. And I'll go from there. ICCM, nice recovery. You know what? It just stopped us out and started moving back up. Sometimes that happens. We'll just have to wait and see if this holds. We got a couple other things we could look at. HIMS. Oh, HIMS is down. What's the range on this? We got 550 to 580. It's not too bad. I don't like the pre-market on it. We'll leave it open for now. What else we got? SPWR. $19 range, and it's not ranging too hard. I don't like that. GRWG. Good pull here, 364 to 425, so not bad. Up a little high right now. Again, we'll probably leave that open. Good and bad news all conveniently announced the same day, so be careful. Yeah. Yeah, it could really go either way. Hoodie's back down. We're gonna see. This could be a good entry. I'm not really there yet saying that it's not gonna drop further. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. Spro Nasty drop down to the 200. This could be a decent opportunity. I think this is starting to play out like yesterday, where the first half is not going to be great. So we'll be a little bit more sparing with the trades here. Spro, gonna go for, yeah, maybe a $2 entry. I would like to see a little bit of a recovery on it. Try for maybe 220. And then maybe a 195. Let's look at some levels here. 196 is right there. 194. Yeah, yesterday's baseline was what? Probably a lot lower here, 180s. That's a big sell-off. I think we could recover from the sell-off. So, yeah, I mean, try to get around 198, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 193 for a stop. You could probably give it a little bit tighter of a stop if you want to, but I'm not convinced that this is gonna need a ton of room, and I'm also not convinced that I want to give it a ton of room. That's the problem too, right? I don't want to risk too much on this. You could move this up to 195 if you want. I think that that's pretty reasonable. Hoodie's dropping, so we're not going to be touching Hoodie. Seeing a nice spike on Ride here. We're up to 234. That's basically a good, well, not basically, it's a good place to take some profits. So we're going to go ahead and take some. Ride. And then I have to call stop on ICCM still. Spro, it's holding, which is good, but I'm not loving it. O-Cup's up a little bit. We're seeing it ranging from 220 to 225. Really not a lot of room there. HIMS, yeah, not really anything. Hoodie's still dropping. Ride holding to that area, which is kind of nice. ICCM, huge recovery, all the way back up. Probably going to break through VWAP here. That 90 EMA with a sharp turn. Same with the 20, actually. So we have lots of bullish pressure coming in. Damn, it just stopped us out by a couple cents, too. That's okay. Spro back up to around $2 here. If we got in, 198 or something, you're not looking too bad. Whoa, I did not mean to press whatever I pressed there. All right, I think I fixed it. So yeah, I mean, you could have gone down to 197. It's holding around 199. We saw it up to 202. From 197, 202 is not looking too bad to take some profits. So, I mean, you could go ahead and secure some just to make it a little bit safer. Taking some profits, 202 Spro. I'm sure this looks like it's holding. So, I mean, I'd only really be concerned if we break down from 197. Ride still looking good. We hit that high there, 235 a couple times. Got Toro flashing. ICCM still holding up pretty high here. It's holding above VWAP now, which is a good sign. Spro down a little bit. GRGW not doing anything. Him still sitting pretty low. TCMD halted, so we could take a look and see if TCMD's got anything going on. Why is the stream offline? Oh, stream's online. TCMD doesn't look like it's got anything going on. It, went from 697 and opened at 768 or 767 there, so, or 766, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Well, I guess we could leave that open for now and see. Tush is back up. Twoo still down. These are like really hard ones to just make sounds for or, enunciate, I guess. Spro did break lower, so hopefully you managed to secure at least a little bit there at 202. It still could come back. Still not completely convinced. I mean, $2, 199. If you're above break even, you could definitely cut here, just to be safe. Hoping Ride can break this 236 area. ICM, a little bit of a drop. This is what I'm kind of waiting to see on this. I do want to buy back in. I still think that maybe the 200 is a decent place to buy back in now that we've seen a little bit of strength. There might be some extra buyers sitting there waiting. We got a couple other things we could take a look at, so we're going to have to go through this list here quickly and find things that we're not going to trade. I think HIMS here is probably going to be one of them. The range is okay on it. The price action's not really there. Volume's low right now. We can close this down and look at it again later because I don't know if I want to play something that got halted like that. GRGW is still kind of on a slow grind here. 367 to 430. The most recent range, 407 to 430. It's got a decent range to it. I'll give it that. Let's throw back to 202. So we did see that bullish push. Looks like we have some levels here holding at 194. It's a good thing we have 193, I guess. Stop. Really came close there. Back to that 202 level. Hootie might hold here. You know what, though? This one's still really kind of undesirable for me to touch because you could really just go either way on this, and I don't like that. Kind of the same thing with Ride right now. We did break it to 237, so if you got 234, maybe if you got a little lower, like 233 or 232 for your first cut, 237 is probably a good place to take more. I'm sure we'll hit a little bit higher here. Spro, yeah, hitting a little bit of a negative patch here. We'll see if that holds through. We've got Woe still dropping, TSHA not doing much, Oak Cup not really doing much. Yeah, see, like all of these have some sort of potential. I think this one's a no-go for me, so I'm gonna close that one down. We'll open up a new one and start looking at some of these other options here. AEHL. Looking pretty good actually. Going from 57 cents to a high here of 75. This could be topping out though. Again, we're maybe not quite there yet on that. So we're gonna leave it open and watch it, but not really take a play just yet. TNYA. We're trading below 200, so already not something I like. The range is okay on it. Price action's pretty spotty. Volume's non-existent, so gonna rule that one as a no. TGI. I don't like the price range on that. Talk. Talk is, you know what? I don't like this one either. I kind of give it the benefit of the doubt with the, 0.70s, 0.60s, because it's a good range to make some money if you see movement, but we'll have to wait and see, I think. I don't know if I want to even keep Talk open. Volumes are really low right now. TBPH. TBPH not looking too bad. 1030 to 1080. No range. Don't like it. OPRT. OPERT. 460 to 530. Decent range. Volume's pretty sporadic, but it's not too bad. At least it's got some sort of baseline here. Price action looks pretty readable, but not a lot to go off of yet. So maybe we'll leave this one open. I think that's it for now. Let's see. Guess who stayed in ICCM? Goddamn. You know what? I had a feeling. I should always ask you before I cut something if you're staying in it, because you have that horseshoe in your butt or something, man. You always get it. You always get the ones that are coming back up. SLNA. We can take a look. SLNA is not looking too bad. $4 to 470, so we've got a good range to it. That's confusing. Same candle with Toro signals going both ways. This looks like bullish to me, not bearish. I would say that much. That looks risky to buy into right now, and we missed it like that. I think it could still have a little bit of a potential here, but I'm gonna give it a minute. I want to see if it breaks down. So we definitely have some support building. It's kind of hard to determine the exact level here. I'm gonna say right here would be, a safe bet, but we might actually have it around here. Might even a little bit higher up, but it's tough with this one. We'll leave it be for now. We have too many tickers open. Can't really see the prices on these, so I don't really like that. GRGW. Yeah, we have a lot of things that are looking like OCUP's starting to look good now, so I can't get rid of that. TSHA. You know what? I don't really like this one. I'm going to close down TSHA. Spro still bouncing around, has yet to stop us out, but we haven't made more money on it. I mean, if you took a 202, we're probably looking at like 206. We got some resistance there, 207, so keep an eye on that. Ride knifed, yep. Almost to stop. So we did hit highs there of 237, very close to stop right now. Maybe if we hit the VWAP, or I mean 200, potentially another entry. I'm still waiting on an ICCM entry. I kind of want this to come back down to the 200. So if we hit the 200, likely a buy-in opportunity there. OPRT is looking pretty good here. That was a nice run up to 560 from 467. HIMS doesn't really have the volume or the price range right now, so I'm going to close that down. I'm going to wait for some momentum alerts to start popping up before I start thinking about opening up some new tickers, I think. We got too many going here. Too many like maybe okay tickers. We're almost at $5 on SLNA. The stock's actually moving pretty nicely. I think this one might be a buy, but a buy where, 465 would probably be a decent area. Give it a 15-cent stop, below 465 if we could get it. You notice the huge spread? Yeah, that's the other thing, right? We got a pretty big spread. Well, it's got moments of high spread. It comes down to about 3-4 cents, but we're going to be stopping out on the rest of Ride. Hootie still seeing pretty low. Spro still not doing a whole lot. OCUP really going for that push now, going from 225 to 236. So we might be breaking pretty bullish here on OCUP. This could be a good recovery. What's the immediate range on AEHL? 69 to 75. That's not terrible. I just can't bring myself to take a trade on that. I still think ICCM's got potential here. I think Ride is getting very close to the buy point. Let's see. Big drop. Are we hitting support? There's going to be at least a little bit of support there. Maybe even a little bit of support around here. It's got a lot of support below this. What about resistance? We might run into resistance here. There might be, I don't know, other points might not become as clear here. We're breaking down anyway from that 200, so we'll give it a minute. We'll see what Ride can do here. Hootie might bounce back up, might not, who knows. OCUP not really doing a whole lot. GRGW going for a bounce off VWAP. This could be a potential play. 416 to 4, maybe 40. Yeah, we're getting close to that zero line on that MACD, but I think we have to try something here. So I think I'm gonna go with the GRWG trade. I'd like to get like 420, maybe even, right on VWAP if we could. I'm gonna go for that 440 area with a. Can't really give it too much room here. 410? Yeah, you know what? 410 seems pretty reasonable. 410. Right there. That'll be our stop. Okay. Alrighty. SLNA, rug pull, yeah, definitely. Right down to the 200. That's a good recovery, though. And I think this could be a really good recovery point for SLNA. So I do want to try recovery on that. Um, it's not moving at all, though. What's the volume at? We got 13 seconds left on this candle. At 430, I would say I'm probably willing to risk it. So 430, at least 460 out of it with a 4. What do we need for a stop here? If we could get lower than 430, even better, because like we kind of want like at least a 415. 415. Try for 430 or better. Yeah, I just think around 430. I mean, the range is okay. You could definitely try at around like 435 ish, but yeah, it's just a little iffy when you go higher up than that. I mean, the spread kind of kills it, so you do have to be careful. We are kind of waiting on some more volume. That's what we're hoping to see out of it, but you know what? Maybe we see this, maybe we don't. This one's a pretty iffy one, so I mean, I wouldn't completely blame you if you don't want to take this trade. I'm willing to risk it. You gotta really watch that spread though. It's gonna be a limit buy for sure. Um, and then hope for the best on the way back up. You can liquidate that position where you want to. Let's see here. What's Ride doing? Ride is holding on the support area we established. It's not doing a lot though. Hootie coming back up with those bag holders, buying some more, averaging down from $180. Go figure. ICCM, it's looking okay. It's getting closer to where I want to be on that buy. Spro, I think, you know what? Ultimately, I think Spro could be a winner. So I'm still holding on to my shares. Um, can we stop out? I think there's still a good possibility of stopping out as well. O-Cup sitting up too high for me. We haven't really secured a position above the 200 yet, so I'm not really, super happy about that one. GRGW is looking good here. We hit 435. It's a good place to take some profit. Take some profit. I don't know why I put that all in caps there. Profit. GRWG, right? GRWG? Yeah. Got to really watch myself with these tickers. Sometimes I think I'm dyslexic or something and I type them in backwards. Okay. GRGW is not looking bad. OPRT is also looking kind of good, but again, you know what? That's spotty price action. So we did see this get up to about 454 there on SLNA. You know what? That's pretty close to where we want to be on it. If you can, try to take some profits. Taking some profits. Wow, I'm really terrible at typing today. Some profits. SLNA. About 450-ish. Limit sell if you can, because that spread will eat your profits up very, very quickly. Even if you have to have an offset on it just to kind of make your position a little more liquid. The liquidity problem on this is what I'm really not liking. So to basically get out as much as you can when you're in profit, because you really don't know how much profit you're going to walk away with off that. It's the hard part. GRGW back up to that 440 area. So, this is the area you're looking to take your profits at. I think Hootie's actually halted. Yeah, it is 648, 652. Should have one more minute on that halt. Ride's still holding here, so this is good. This is definitely good. Good enough, though? I don't think it's good enough. ICCM is holding on this support area as well. We saw it dip down a couple times. We've seen it wick below a little bit. Bottom band coming up pretty tight. Volume's a little bit low right now. It could be the calm before the storm. I could see this start making its move soon. I do kind of want to get a position, maybe 145. I'm thinking 145. So we're going to go ICCM 145. Gonna try for 165 out of it with a 140 stop. Now we need to give it a little bit more room than that. That's gonna be an issue. Give it 138. That's a big one. Hang on. All right. Okay. Jumping in now. I don't know why I hit enter. I probably should have changed it, but I kind of panicked because I want to get a position here. Entered 138. SL 130. Yeah, see, I want to give it a 132 stop again. That could be a bad thing. We're going to see. I was waiting for a lower number and it just graciously appeared for me. However, what looks like a good thing may be a bad thing, but we're gonna find out. VVPR knife. We could take a look at VVPR. You know what? AHL not really doing it for me. We're at 60 cents here. Morning. 55 all the way up to 68, back down to about that 55 area. I like it. I do like it. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm having a hard time sitting on my hands today, and when we see these dips, it makes me a little bit more comfortable buying in. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 0.58. Maybe you can get a little lower. I'm gonna try for that. I'd like 0.70 out of it. I don't know if we'll get that high, but that's gonna be the ultimate goal here. And a 0.54, no, that's too big. Gonna have to give it a 0.56, I think. Give it 0.55. Where is that? Maybe we can squeak out a couple extra cents here or something. CRTD. Here long 100 shares on it. We could take a look at CRTD. I don't like this one either. This one's got no volume now, so I'm sure we're going to be seeing some other things rolling over. We got 133 to 140, 150 here, so that's actually a pretty good range. It does get a sell signal from Toro or a short signal, whatever you want to call it. I would like to maybe buy in around 140 on this. I think that's probably the proper area. We'll have to see. ICCM with the nice recovery from that 136 drop. We bought in around 138. We're up at about 142. That's a good place to take a little bit off the table. Taking a little off the table. ICCM 142. If you can get a little higher, even better. It did hit 143 there. Might even get a little more. But just to secure some, right? Hoodie's unhalted. It's looking half decent. It's holding. The range is huge on this thing. There's profits to be made. Whether or not we're going to be taking that opportunity, I'm not entirely convinced yet. Spro, it's doing its thing. O-Cup, it's holding above the 200 now. Am I convinced it's going to continue to do that? Not really. I think it's going to dip back down, so I'm going to wait. We're still in GRWG here for a little bit. VVPR. We're looking like we're getting the entry we wanted. It's even dipped down to 0.55. So you know what? I'm gonna have to buy in as soon as I can here. Wow, that took a nasty dip. I actually that's a little bit further down than I wanted to buy in. Yeah, that was further down than I wanted to buy in. I'm not 100% on this anymore. If you're not in, I don't know if you should be in. I'm in at 0.52 now. I think I'm going to give it a 0.50 stop. I'm going to give it at least a fair shake here to move back up. Late on VVPR, 0.52 on the nasty drop. Not entirely sure I want it, though. Yeah, I'm not convinced this is going to move back up, but I have the position now, so I might as well give it the fair shake, I guess. I'll give it a proper stop loss. Yeah, Hoodie unhalted, yep. All the way back down on Hoodie. Oh, on that candle? Yeah, I see it. 18.35 all the way down to $16. Yeah, there's money to be made and money to be lost, that's for sure. 0.51 is the 200 EMA on VVPR. Yeah, so I think we might be okay here. Honestly, that's a really good short signal on Toro. Does look like it should start recovering from here. I think maybe buying in there was a good idea. I just don't really like catching knives all that often. CRTD's down pretty big here, actually. I didn't see that at 126, but you know what? Again, I'm kind of liking these dip buys, so I'm gonna go CRTD. One, I'd like 125, but I think we're gonna get probably 127-ish. Probably aiming for 140 with a 120. Can afford about 4 cents here, so probably gonna go 123. 123. Yeah, that doesn't give us a ton of room. I mean, it gives us a little bit of room. That's fine. ICCM did hit 150 here, which in fact is, you know what, more than I was expecting to get out of it, so I'm going to take some profits again. So, do you guys prefer... What am I trying to say here? So I don't think I'll keep putting the entire scale out position in the alert because I find that takes too much time and I don't want to risk my positions to put that much time into it. But after I get into the position, I can put the scale out points on the chart. Does that help? Is that something that people like, or do you guys like scaling it whenever you feel like it, kind of thing? Is that 148? Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I can do that. I don't mind doing that. I was trying to put it in the alert itself, but it takes too much time doing it like that. We need some volume on VVPR. So let's take a look here. VVPR. We'll start with this. F.54, that's going to be a good place to take some profits. We're only looking for about 2 cent spikes here, so 0.56 after that. You can take some 0.58. Then probably 0.60. At that point, you probably won't have too much left over, and you can watch. That helps you figure it out. Good. Yeah, after that, you could probably hold it as a runner to see if you can get back to the high of day on VVPR. CRTD, depending where you got in on CRTD, let's just say 127. We'll go like right off what the alerts say for the most part here, unless we got like vastly different. So for CRTD, if we're in at a 127, you're probably looking to take at 130. 132 is not bad. You could take them at 132 if you're at 127. Past 132, you're probably looking at 136. So you're looking at about a 4 cent range for every time here, right? So then you're probably looking at 140 for some more, and then 144. So that'll be the range, and then after that, we'll just hold a little bit. I'm a big fan of holding a little bit, right? So we did hit that 0.54 area on VVPR. All case been climbing up to take a look at that. One and done. No problem, man. Good job. ICCM hit a $1.52 at top. Yeah. Did it? I see $1.50. Oh, this isn't ICCM. What am I talking about? I see what you're talking about. Yeah, 152 right there. So you know what? Really good trade there on ICCM. It was kind of scary buying in pretty low there, but it worked out. It's coming back down a little bit now. So I'm still holding on to a little bit here. OCUP with a dip, GRGW still holding, VVPR. That's what I was doing. I was putting that sell some alert. Taking some profits. VVPR 0.54 just to secure some. So, going to ICCM here, I mean, if we were in a 138, we already took 2 scale-outs leading up to 150. I mean, I would like to ultimately take some more out. 156 at this high. Right there. Or, really anywhere. I'd like to put it at the bottom of 166 rather than the top because it makes a little more sense. Past that, we are getting close to this 163 if we get that high, so probably 162 for some more profits there. That's what we're looking at with that. VVPR still holding. CRTD, nice recovery. So we're past that first point at 132. We're hitting the second point at 136. We're at 137. Good place to take some profits. CRTD 137. And you can do this like many different ways. You can just wait for the levels to hit. Once they hit, you can start to sell. Otherwise, you know, you can always look at putting limit orders in all these places for however many shares you want. It looks like we're hitting about 450 here on SLNA. That's not bad. We've been there. We've taken profits here. I'm looking for higher. So on SLNA, we're probably looking to take some more, about maybe 465. We're looking at about 15 cents each time here, and probably 480. So hopefully we get high enough there for that. ICM's looking like it's pushing to that 150 area again. What do I think of QS? We could take a look at QS for sure. We'd had a big spike there. We pushed to 140. We saw up to 143 on a CRTD here. So, you know, 140 was that other place to take profits. So take profits anywhere along there. Some more profits. CRTD 143-ish. Okay, so let's take a look at QS. QS is down big. Don't know the news behind it. Let's take a look at a longer time frame here. Wow, you got some. You might have some support way back here around 720, but I'd be careful if this breaks down, or 760, I think, not 720. Yeah, about 750, 760. If it breaks down from 750 any harder, I think you could probably continue dropping on this. I wouldn't necessarily be looking at this just yet as a buy. I'd be waiting to see a pretty decent recovery out of this. You probably would want to see this break above that 760 level. Ultimately, I wouldn't be buying this until it hit up to 775. Let's see, VVPR still struggling. GRGW not doing a whole lot. OCUP, it's still holding above that 200. Bands are tightening, so I'm a little more confident that that's going to stay up. Spro still not doing anything. Ride still not doing anything. ICCM here hitting that 152 level again. So we're seeing some big resistance at 152. CRTD maxed out 143 back down to the 9 EMA, 20 EMA. Maybe bouncing off VWAP even. Bodies are staying above. That's not bad. What else we got going on here? Rover. I think we've looked at Rover already. TCMD. We could take a look at TCMD again because you know, that one was halted. Yeah, spotty price action. Really don't like that. We could take a look at Rover again. What's the range here? 450 to 511. Not worth it. PTVE is new. Again, not worth it. GRPN. Gurpin. 660 to a high here, $8. So you got a decent range on this one. The price action's pretty clear. Volumes, you know, it's got areas of high volume then low volume where we were just past the first half hour, so momentum might be dying down a little bit. I think we're looking at a pullback on this. To where is the question? Yeah, that's a good question. I'd say the only real level here is probably VWAP. So I mean, it might take a little bit, but might get that at VWAP. Nice spike there, pushing it to 157 on VVPR. It's a good place to take some profits. Oops, not 156. It's 0.56. Okay. OCUP still holding. Bro, yeah, I don't know what Bro's doing really. We need to break this 152. If we can't break 152, you might be looking to cut. We've got lots of sellers sitting there at 152. We're not eating away at that wall very quickly. Oh, all right, there we go. Lots of buyers stepped up out of nowhere there. 154. Looking for that 156. Nope, giving it back. Giving it all back. Could be another decent place to buy back in 143, but we did see that nice drop down to 137 last time. Maybe we get more at 137 if we see a nice knife. GRGW looks like it's, or GRWG, it looks like it's kind of giving it back here. If it drops from VWAP, I'd say probably cut the remainder. CRTD, nice bounce all the way up to 146. Good place to take some profits. CRTD 146. So remember, we have a runner now. We're looking to break, probably break 150. You could dig a little bit more at 150 if you want, and then wait for a break. Spro's looking okay. ICCM, you know what? It's still holding. We did break that 152, which is the important level to break, so I'm hoping to see a little bit more out of that. What do we have for trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, we're not doing too bad. I honestly thought we were going to be stuck here all day waiting for trades. CRTD was just 5 cents last month. Man, I remember someone's asking me if they should invest in CRTD like last year, and I believe it was like $2 or $3. This is 2021. Yeah, so like this went up a couple bucks. This used to be a bigger stock. I can't remember what their reasoning behind wanting to invest on it was, but basically my answer to all of the investment questions was we're in an artificial pump right now, so probably not a good thing. I mean, you definitely could make money on swings back in 2021 and 2020, but as far as investments go, you don't really want to be buying into investments when you're in a bull market. You want to save that cash for bear markets. Kind of makes bear markets fun. It's like a Black Friday, but for years. Should have taken that VVPR. That it was a sweet entry. It was, pretty risky, pretty iffy, but you know what? It worked out. It worked out. So, I mean, what more can you say, right? We hit 148 here on CRTD. Still looking at about 150. All right, we're pushing on ICCM here again. Can we break up to 156? We're going to hit resistance there, so be mindful of that. Missed it at $1, yeah. CRTD came out with apps for cell phones, or are you talking QS? We've got GRPN still going here. Yeah, I'm not buying it yet. I'm not buying it. Spro, yeah, you know what? Spro does look okay still. It hasn't really broken down further, which is nice. But I think Spro's trapping us like it did, was that even yesterday? No, it wasn't Spro, it was SPRC, wasn't it? I think it was SPRC. I think SPR is bad. CRTD, yeah. Must have come up with a pretty kick-ass app there, though. Because they actually, you know what? This would have been a pretty sweet swing trade. Went from 45 cents to $1.50. See you later. Good luck voting. Good luck voting. Is that something people say? Good luck winning with your vote, maybe? ICCM, yeah, it just pushed that 155 level. Didn't break 156 though. Oh right, she was looking at okay, she wanted me to look at that. 620 to 770, so we got a good range. I think we missed the best part of it, which was over here. Doesn't mean I can't do it again. I don't really have to go in. I want to look at the news for this. Let's take a look. Press releases. November 7th. We're on the 8th, so this is old news, so it doesn't even matter. I don't think that'll play too much of a factor into today, especially since yesterday kind of looked like a whole lot of nothing. Unless it just took a while for it to sink in. We all need luck. Yep. Certainly do. Be great if ICCM could push to 156 there. Provides business update and reports on third quarter financial results. Ah, man, I hate financial results. Thoughts on AMD and Tesla? Well, I think AMD is pretty close to a buy. Tesla, I'm not sure about. I don't day trade those at all, so I wouldn't be able to give any insight on that. But for an investment, I think electric vehicles are going to be very close to over. I think we're going to be switching to hydrogen very, very soon. So all those people that were dead set on investing on like graphite and the metals that are going to be going into batteries for that kind of stuff, people were investing heavily into electric vehicles. I think they're going to suffer. I think that electric vehicles were a good idea. I think there's a lot of things wrong with them, and I think they're not necessarily better for the environment. And we have moved on very quickly, and we're starting to develop hydrogen engines, which are way more efficient, way cheaper to make, and you're not putting fuel in it, you're putting water in it. So, and zero emissions. So, there's really no downside to hydrogen. So, I think as far as Tesla goes, they could be out of luck. Come on, CRTD, you can break 148, hit 150. Yeah, so we're looking at 150 level here, and then maybe 155. Gapped up to 149. Not necessarily what you want to see. We've got like almost no volume, that means, but maybe we push to 150 here. No spread, that's nice. ICCM looks like it might be going for another little push here. It's got to break that 156 here eventually. OCUP still pushing. Now it's above VWAP, still going. You know what? From 125 to 145 would have been a good trade. It's one of those things where hindsight's 2020. We are pushing higher here on SLNA 460. What did I get out last time? 449, 460. I don't believe in it enough to wait, so I'm going to take a little bit more here. VPPR. No, that's SLNA. Oh, hey, 465. Okay. Looks like I should have believed in it a little bit more. It hit that spot anyway. So we're good here, and now we are waiting for that 480, which, you know what, we're picking up quite a bit of momentum. We might actually hit that. What else we got going on? Ride still at 210. Yeah, it's just slowly breaking down. I'm glad we didn't play that anymore. ICM down to that 145 area. You know what? I'm still looking at this thinking it's got pretty consistent volume, pretty consistent price action, and very wicky on both ends. I do think that if we see another drop down to like 137, 136, 138, it could be another good buy opportunity. VVPR back down to the 0.52 area. If we start seeing it break down, even, you know what, 0.51, I'd be saying to cut it. So if you do see it break down to like right there, that's a good place for your stop. CRTD taking a little bit of a drop here. Could not quite break that 150 area. Maybe took some more at 149. Not a terrible place to take some more. It's bouncing off VWAP nicely, so that's good to see. You could even buy some at 140. Taking it from 140 to 150 could be big. We're right at that zero threshold though, and when you have zero threshold and VWAP right there, it gets a little worrisome. So you'll have to be a little patient with that. SLNA did push up to 469 there. Alk made a little bit more of a move here, coming back down a little bit. ICCM looks like we might see that push here. A little bit more volume. Come on. It's not happening. We're not going to see 156 this time around. Actually, the walls aren't too big. We just need the buyers. The buyers are just not there, though. Not yet, anyway. SLNA, yeah. Yeah, nice little spike. So, you know what? We've taken a couple pretty iffy entries today, but they're just working out for the most part anyway. So that's good. I'm happy about that for sure. CRTD back down to that 140 area, right at that zero threshold. Yeah, I'm gonna. This could be the best entry you could possibly get here at 140, but there's a good chance that it stops you out anyway. Actually get rid of a lot of these lines here. Actually, we can get rid of that one, and 150 is the only one we need to keep, and the 155. The float's rotated twice. Does that, I mean, so the rotational float is an important part of volatility for sure. But it rotating more than once doesn't necessarily inspire more confidence unless you're breaking new highs, right? That means you have people still interested in buying this at a higher price, which we're not seeing. So people are basically just trading the shares back and forth in this range. Doesn't mean that it won't become more bullish. It just means the people that are currently trading, since we know everybody has touched these shares, it's been around the same range. So, I mean, it gives me confidence that we could keep ranging here. So if we did see a nasty dip, we could see it pop back up pretty hard because we know that people are range trading this. But as far as a breakout goes, we would need new buyers stepping in with a more bullish outlook on this stock to see this actually start to move higher. So yeah, I guess that would be my answer for that. I wouldn't call it necessarily more bullish, maybe a little more consistent, I would think it would be. So until it break out, the float rotation doesn't really matter as much. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It gives you consistency, right? We're seeing that people are consistently trading around this price range, so that's something to think about, right? So that's why range trading this looks like a good idea right now. I'd be more interested in range trading it than waiting for a breakout. I'm still a little stubborn with this 156 level. I would still like to see it push back up there because, if we can break 156, that could change people's minds pretty quickly, and then it could become a breakout. Because people are all waiting to see that breakout or breakdown, right? So if we hit this 138 level, 137 level, I mean, you could put your stop as low as like 128 because the second we break down from 128, we're going to be hitting a ton of stop losses on this. People are going to be scared that it's going to continue to drop now, and that in itself will cause it to drop. And same thing with a breakout. The second we hit higher than 156 here, people could be seeing that as very bullish and buying in at highs here, causing it to push higher. So we are stopping out the remainder of Spro. Honestly, I'm okay with that because that was just kind of bugging me that we were holding that for so long. ICCM, yeah, like I said, I'd like to buy in some more 138 or see that push up to 156. Either one I'll take. CRTD, it looks like that 140 entry was pretty optimal. It is pushing higher. Volume is still okay on it. I think I'm willing to buy some more CRTD at 140. I'd be looking for at least 150 out of it, if not 155, but we'll start with 150. And then probably just a 130, 137 stop, because we don't actually want to see this break down any further than this VWAP. So a stop right here is going to look just dandy. ICCM hitting close to the 143 support. I am hoping it kind of breaks down. I don't know if it'll hit lower than 142. If we don't break down lower than 142, we are in a uptrend. But hopefully this continues, I guess. We'll see if it breaks down from 141. If not, this is going to be truly range trading. I have to check my 10 quick picks for billion Powerball tickets. Yeah. $1.50 would be nice for CRTD. I agree. Okay. So with CRTD, I mean, we're going to assume you get it at 140, but maybe it was 141 or 142. 145 in any case is probably going to be a decent place to start to take profits. Beyond that, you might want to take some at 148, and then of course we'll take a little bit more at 150 at the resistance, and then 155. So all these levels are valid. ICCM so far holding higher lows, so that's good. Probably on the 5-minute scale looks pretty decent. Yeah, on the 5-minute scale, this is looking pretty good. I would still like to see this down to at least 140 on this as well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. We could open another one. I think I'm waiting on ICCM to open the last one, unless I see something really good, but I'm not really seeing a whole lot else that's making me want to take more trades right now. I mean, Hootie, I think there's a possibility. We see it building some support around that $16 range. I'm still not sold on it though. Stocks that go from like $3 to $200 and then back down to $18, it could come back down to $3. It was just a pump stock, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no to that. Spro, gonna say no. OCUP, it's one of those things where if you want to hold it for a long time, like for the day or something, or through the afternoon, you might be able to see some decent profits. Right now, we're back to ranging, which is, it's always scary when you hit this ranging period because this could just be a consolidation before a breakout, or it could be a consolidation before a breakdown. So, as it stands, I don't really want to touch OCUP right now. GRWG, it's looking okay. We held on VWAP, which was nice. It's back up to 444, so we're getting somewhere with it. I would like to see a breakout on this as well. The next level I'd be looking to take out, where did we take out on this before? GRGW 442. So, maybe 452. Yeah, 452 would be nice. 462 after that. Just taking 10 cents because we're not seeing a huge range on this. Normally I'd be like, you know what, it's $4 stock, probably push 15 cents per scale out, but when you don't have that much range, you don't want to try and push it too far. ICCM still doing its thing. Your first trade on options on Webull. What did you trade for options? Was it SPX? FCX, nice. Stopping out on the remainder here of VVPR. Didn't have a whole lot left anyway. CRTD still looking okay. Bouncing around, we hit that 145 area, bounce back down to 140. So, I mean, if you were waiting for that entry, you got your 140 entry. I think it's like pretty risky here, but I'm still willing to take that risk. What else we got going on? OCUP still looking okay. Yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, if you want to hold for a long time, OCUP could be the play. ICCM, nice drop down to 138. That's going to be our final trade right there, buying in. 156. We're going to try with a 132 stop. So if it hits that low again, we're going to be done with it, but patience is key. We were waiting for that. Again, 142, 143, good place to scale out if you got in 138. So taking profits immediately, 143-ish. ICCM. Securing a little bit there. And then you know what? We're almost out of time, so we can I'll just go over some levels here. If we took a 143, probably closer to 147 would be another area to take. And then probably near that 150, 153, 154, 152, something like that. Another good area. We could be seeing this as the breakdown finally on this. I'm kind of hoping not. Stop loss 132. But if it is, still locked out with at least a little bit here, so I'm okay with that. CRTD still looking good. Yeah, as we said, OCUP could be a potential. Okay, I'm not really sure about okay. SLNA, probably not sure about that either. CRTD is doing okay. VVPR wouldn't really bother with. GRWG, we're still in. We're waiting for the tiny scale outs. Could be good, or it could be nothing. Who really knows? As far as the tracker goes, we made $693 today, which feels like just about nothing, but we did hit our $30,000 goal for this challenge in like 2 1/3 months. So it's actually not that bad going from 5 grand to 30K on a cash account. I kind of anticipated it to take a little bit longer, to be honest. I thought it was going to take at least the full 3 months, but I'll take it. 88% win rate, 88.1% right now. 9 wins, 1 loss. We've been pretty consistent with that actually, other than the first day, which was, you know what, surprisingly one of our better days, but we took quite a few losses. I guess it was just a very volatile day in the market. As far as the trade summary goes, we're up 53% today, which is pretty much nothing, but we didn't see things moving a lot today. We've basically been trying to catch the range trades on ICCM. CRTD was a good one for 15%. That was the biggest trade of the day. VVPR for 9.6, so that wasn't bad either. But all in all, it was just kind of an okay day. Nothing fantastic, nothing too bad either. Yeah, we still have some ICCM, we still have some CRTD. GRGW still doing its thing too, so that's what we're holding on to. OCUP could be good. Ride, I wouldn't really touch either. I wouldn't bother with that. I'm sure there's new things popping up you could take a look at that might pop up in the afternoon and be good. I think Hootie could have potential. I think it's risky, but it does have potential. But yeah, other than that, guys, hopefully you got some money today. Hopefully your afternoon's good, and I will catch you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.